Hello and welcome. It is the 19th day of August 2019. My name is Derek and this is the Money Charts channel. And within this video, I'm going to go over Bitcoin on the Fibonacci and go over a spreadsheet, how to import data quickly. And then I want to take a look at the market from this high to this low, but not by price, but by retracement percentage. So I'll show you how to do that. It won't take that long at all. And let's start here. We got the tether against Bitcoin. And amongst such, we can see it's just hanging in there within this Fibonacci line. After it resisted it here, went below it. Now we're resisting it. We'll see how it works out in here. If it resists it and goes lower, most likely breaking this low and testing this previous one in here. If this can at least stabilize, meaning band flatten out, which means we've already established resistance and thus support would most have to hold the 18 lows. If it does that for a bit, well, it gets neutral. And in turn, it would be establishing resistance at this higher end when later on breaking it, okay, test of 11,792. And if it's not going to do any of this resistance stuff and it just has a clear breakout here, well, 11,792 is the next target. Let's take a look at this now on the Coinbase exchange. And the Fibonacci that we have in here represents that of, well, that's the Fibonacci from the long term stuff. Well, I guess maybe not that long term, but sort of. This high, this low, 38.2, 61.8, and 76.4%. But as it goes, I have seen how many times, let's do the 8-hour time frame because it's the best way for me of looking at it. How many times have I seen that this market has supported and resisted each level? Well, it's been like almost too perfect to a degree. But as it is, you hit the 18 lows in here, get above the 18 average of highs here, which is an attempt to make it to the highs. It succeeded, but it resisted it for its second occurrence. And then coming back down in here, it had a semi-hit because one, it pierced above. It usually doesn't do that. Well, correction. Let's now have resistance in the newly declining 18. Then we pierce extra. Okay, that's normal. Even this was a pierce extra, normal. And then it had a failed breakout in here. Another test of it once, resisting the 18 again, and another bigger test of them, both of them piercing extra. And a failed move to this high, but close. I don't even count this much of a pierce, but if you do, this was a large pierce below, which is very rare. But as it goes from this point, perfect hit again, it seems, at this level, and is now getting above this 18. So, as I've been stating for what has been the entire summer, Northern Hemisphere, which is winter in the Southern Hemisphere, that we have resistance here, support here, we're just going to stay within this range, yada, yada, yada kind of stuff. And it really is just a bunch of that. Just, okay, whenever you're ready, it could be quick, it could be slow, and right now it hasn't been quick. Okay, now let's take a look at that and put some data into a spreadsheet. And the easiest way for me to do this is to go to bitcoincharts.com. I'll click on their charts, which is, they got good charts on here. But what we want to take a look at is 2 months, close enough in here, but I'm just going to go 3 months. There we have it. Time frame, well, I was doing the 8-hour before, so let's just do 6-hour here. Because you got so many different data. If you want to, literally, if you want to get sick data, you could go like 15-minute time frame and get the entire 15-minute data. Now that would take a while because if I go to like say, okay, I want 15-minute time frame for 3 months, too much data. So, but what you could do is you could do custom time, and you could. I want 15-minute time frame from June 7th, 2016, for 2 days, and you can get it. That's what's pretty cool. So anyway, with that being stated, let's now just go 6-hour time frame and click on Load Raw Data, and I could just simply one, I could highlight this all, or I could find select all and copy, which is what I'm going to do. Let's bring up a spreadsheet now and paste that data into it. But before I do that, I want to first paste it in a notepad for font purposes. So I'll paste it into here. And there's going to be a lot of this stuff, but to fix it, I'll just go like this and delete that. Now we got all the data there. We can see the date and the price. Now this is open, high, low, close, so the close prices will be on. But I'm also going to talk about swing line too, how I do swing data. So let's just get rid of all of this. So I guess there was two reasons why as well. Because if I go ahead and paste this in here, I think you'll notice what I mean by the fonts. In fact, it's just now freezing, I think. Okay, no, there it is. So just, yeah, there's even the Bitcoin logo. I'm going to Control Z it. Oh, Bitcoin logo stayed. That is interesting. I want to keep that. That is cool. Okay, let's just now go to bring up a new sheet for me. That was cool. How did that happen? That is cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and take this data and paste. So there's the closing prices, the highs, the lows, and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first show you swing lines. And this is how I do it. I want 3 periods on here. So for this one, I'm going to go equals. And I'm going to take this price. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go, actually the easiest way to do it is equals sum. I want the close, the high, and the low. And I want to multiply it by 3. Yeah, multiply it by 3 plus. So I'm going to put this all. I'm hoping the BEDMAS works out on this. So I'm just going to go redo it this way. So sum of the close, the low, and the high. I want to multiply it by 3. Plus, I want to go sum of this, the previous period, multiply it by 2. And then I'm just going to take one of each of these numbers. Now I'm doing this to define trend. So as it goes in here, I got the sum of the open high, the low, the high, and the close multiply 3. The sum of the low, the high, and the close multiply 2, and by 1 in here. And from this point on, I can copy and paste this. Now I can get trend as I'm stating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the question, is this number greater than the previous one? And it's not. If it is, it's an uptrend. If it's greater than it, it's an uptrend. If it's not, then it is a downtrend. So if this number is greater than that, then what I want is I want the highest prices. And the highest prices is right here. But if it's lower, I want the lower price. Now what this is going to do is when you have all those key highs and key lows, it's going to pretty much get them every single time. Or 90, good, close to 100%. It won't get it every time though. Okay, so now we got this, and I can just copy and paste this all the way to the bottom. Okay, so there we have the readings in here. So what I want to do is I want to define what the highs and the lows are. So I'm just going to write in here, high and low. So for here, I'm just going to go max. And I'm just going to go like this, and that will give me the 13,880. Now in this example, I want to make sure that I get the minimum post breakout. Okay, I'm going to have to just quickly, I'm just going to get that in a bit, but get my date set up so I can take a look at where I need to go from. Okay, so it's the June 21st breakout. So let's just do the low post row 149 or something. And then I'll get the retracement low. So equals min, and we want to go, I know you can't see the 149 number in here, but I'll make it so you can. There you go. So I want the minimum of all of this. And it's the 9,049. So to do this chart from this point on, what I want to do is I want to, I've never done this when the price was lower, so I'm going to see what happens in this one here. Equals, what's probably going to happen is negative numbers. Equals log, I want to do high divided by low, which would be, I'm going to do the dollar sign, so when I copy and paste, this always does it. So M1 divided by M2. It's, no, wait a second, that's going to be what I divide it by. Log K5 divided by the low here, which is, so it's current divided by low, log current divided by low, divided by the log of high divided by low. So we take 7505 divided by 9049 in this case, which is going to be M2 divided by log of M1 divided by M2. Yep, it's a negative number, as I was assuming. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste this all the way down, and we're going to be able to make a chart in just a second here. Okay, so there's a 39.3%. No surprise, because on the chart we've seen was barely above that 38.2 number. That's what's telling us here as well. So let's just highlight this again, and I'm going to click on this chart button. And I guess we'll go line. As I got the option, I want this kind of line. So it's another way of doing a chart. It gives the retracement level of a particular range, of course. Let me just, okay, what can I do to, this is annoying, but this is the best way of doing it. Why is it doing that? It's like so choppy. Is it because I'm recording this at the same time? Is it because of all those numbers it's over? Probably. So you can see different things like negative, whatever you mean by the... But even this level of resistance technically matched up with this support. The 38.2% number, the 61.8, you can see getting above there. And it's just another way of pointing out. What's also good too is because then on a breakout above here, well, it's, yeah, I don't know what else you could do with it. Maybe I'm thinking about the 1.618 where you want to do with it. But anyway, the whole point of doing this was to show you how to calculate the logarithmic scale for retracement, also how to make a swing line within charts, and getting Bitcoin data. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to have to minimize the screen here just so I can exit the video. Okay, there we go. So thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.